Hey y'all, hope everyone's doing well. So we're back for episode 9. And I would like to talk about, before we get into the video, is that firstly, we found this little quarters where it takes you to the another boss in Prominence. I'm still way behind in boss wises. Like, as of now from the recording, I just finished killing the Night Lich. You guys will see the video, it was dreadful, but it's fine. But this video, you see, I killed a villager with Bad Omen. So, I kinda just went with it and was like, I would like to get a totem. Because I know there's charms and bracelets and stuff, so having a totem and selecting it as my charm, it would really make things easier for me whilst playing Prominence. But yeah, so that's basically much it. I go to a random village and I just start a raid. Okay, so what do I want to talk about in this video? I want to talk about confidence, okay? How do you get confident? And I would like to also go into like how do you start to not even get becoming confident, because I remember when you're young, like this goes for like pretty much many like children, okay? Basically, I don't know what happens when stuff goes south, but whenever you're young, you're just completely confident and you could do whatever you want and you wouldn't feel like anxious or ashamed. Nothing, you just feel confident and whatever you feel in that moment is right, and that is the confidence that I think a lot of us or all of us should have. The fact that you could go on day-to-day life and just like act, not without thinking, but act in a way that what you're doing is correct, I think is just the best type of confidence, and it also comes from a lot of self-love. So, how did I become confident? By no means, I'm not just like this guy who's like a public speaker or public talker, but I do handle my anxiety and I do project confidence in a certain aspect, because I had a really like big like anxiety thing when I was growing older. That was like super nervous to talk to new people, even like presenting when I had like schoolwork. It was bad, okay, and I needed to get it fixed. And the reason why I started this channel was to help people, and what helped me getting over my confidence issue was looking at YouTube videos. There's this YouTube channel which helped me greatly. Now, keep an open mind, okay? This is a woman creator with a target audience of women. So like, but I watched it in an aspect of myself as an individual, and it really kind of did help me. This creator is called Tam Kaur, and oh my god, it helped me greatly with my like confidence. Well, what do I mean by this? Like, how do you even help with someone's confidence? There are some main points which I, till to this day, I keep in mind when I'm ever doing anything that requires confidence. So, there were some things that she mentioned which were giving you another persona. Like, you scrap the anxious version of you and you project a more confident version of you. In my opinion, it's good. I mean, it's quite effective. Like, oh, I mean, I made friends, you know, like, it's not in a sense of like you being inauthentic. It's more of a sense that you're hiding away the anxious side and you're putting it aside. You'll go back to it later, but in front of certain people, you act how you want to act, you know? Because at the end of the day, realistically, you are the person who you want yourself to be perceived as. If you wanna be perceived as freaky, then you're gonna do freaky stuff, you know? Like, you're gonna, like, shaking your tongue out and shit, you know? Like, that's what I mean, right? But there was another thing which kind of meant something to me, which kind of stick to me, and, like, to this day, it stuck with me, and forever is gonna be with me, because it was such good advice. It's that people don't care. As hard as it's to admit, you know, people just do not care. They're more worried about themselves than other people. You know, when you present or talk to people who you don't know, you're worried that you yourself is making a bad impression. You see? You're worried about yourself. You don't think it's gonna be the same way with other people? People are so busy with their own life and how like scary it is to like be perceived as. People have the same worries as you do and are more self-centered in worrying about themselves that they don't even have time to worry about other people or judge them. So, that's how I managed to think about it. I had this project and I had to present in front of 90 people about this project. I really didn't want to do this, but my group members, none of them wanted to do it. But you know what? If I'm going to do it, then why not? You know, like if no one's going to go forward with it, might as well do it myself. You know. And I remember we were the first group going in front of everyone, and whew, oh boy, there are so many people. Okay, that was the first thing that slapped in my mind, and I had like this little notepad of like things I wanted to mention whilst I was presenting, and I kind of forgot it with my friend. So I gave that person eye contact and them, bro, I forgot it. What do I do? It's like, you know, we ball, you know, and I'm gonna do it anyways because I looked around, right, and you could instantly tell who's like worried about their own project, let alone yourself, right? Many of the people there watching you present, they're just glad that they're not up there. And they're just gonna be sitting there, playing face, watching you talk. So at the end of the day, if they judge, so what? Who cares? Bro, they're not even there. They're not even up there in that situation because doing the work to them is an easy way out rather than, you know, being up here, because being up there, it takes a lot out of you to like be vulnerable, because you could make a mistake, you could say the wrong thing, you could actually lose marks for your entire team by presenting. You know, it's more riskier actually putting yourself vulnerable in front of a whole classroom of like 90 students all looking at you to talk about something that they're all worried of. And apart from those students who are not going to present, there are also other students who won't even judge you either, because they're also more focused on themselves. So, if that's the case, then why would it matter that you're not confident, or you're shy, or you're nervous? Because they're more careful about themselves. Not that it's a bad thing though, because at the end of the day, I looked at it for myself as well. But you know, that's how I view it, and I think it like helped me really, really greatly knowing that people just don't care. Like, you could give yourself a very bad first impression, right? But who cares? If they don't like that version of you, then let them. There's always going to be other people who you can talk to. There's always going to be new friends who you can make. There's always going to be people who are going to accept you for who you are, and their opinion of you will not make you less of a person, you know? Because the people who you should be convincing that you're a good person to are the people you actually care about and matter in your personal life, you know? So that's how I view confidence, because regardless, right? You're gonna because at the end of the day, if some rando is gonna be like pissy with you because you hurt their feelings or you said the wrong thing but it wasn't your intention, just apologize and get on with your day, you know? It's not even a thing that like, because I had this way of thinking beforehand that like, what if I say the wrong thing and I'll hurt this person's feelings? But hurting someone's feelings has to come with the intention of hurting their feelings. If the person is a normal human being with a functional brain and a good frontal lobe, they will realize that you made a mistake and they'll get over it and they'll accept you. If they want to make it a big deal out of it and just like be mad constantly, then yeah, it's not a problem with yourself, it's a problem with the other person. But how do you strand from it? Okay, because I know other people who lack self-confidence and have the potential to be the best version of themselves, but what's holding them back is just confidence, you know? You just have to just accept it. That's who you are, okay? Regardless of who you are, you're not gonna change, you know? Even though I went up in front of those people presenting, it was still very suffocating to get words out, because I was just scared of making a mistake, you know? So, yeah. It's more about that you have to be accepting of yourself, that this is who you're gonna be, and if it just states that much, then you're gonna be fine. At the end of the day, right? Confidence is really subjective. You could be confident in your sport, you could be confident in talking to other people. It's really a vast way of actually viewing the thing, you know? It's just, you have to make it so that it's the best you could do in it with your situation, you know? For example, I wanted to talk about from when I was a little shy, little baby, okay? In secondary, I really didn't like how I was unable to talk, unable to participate, unable to be who I wanted to project, and the only thing holding me back was my lack of confidence. So I'm gonna say it again, I'm gonna repeat it. I made a video about how I got a job when I was finishing my grade 11, and it helped me greatly. What you need to have a better confidence is to have practice. Is that you need to keep on being put in these uncomfortable, unideal, disturbing situations and continuously like repeat them until you feel like you're comfortable. Okay, so confidence. I lacked confidence when I was talking to people. So if there was a coworker or what you call it, if there's a customer wanted something, I'm telling you, I would feel so panicky and finicky that I was unable to talk. I was unable to like tell them everything that I wanted to say because I was just A, overly excited, and B, too shy and too nervous to even speak. But rinse and repeat. More customers, more different people, more workers, more co-workers talking. The more I kind of cracked open my shell, you know? All these unique circumstances ended up making me feel more comfortable in them. So when it comes to meeting new people, I have the experience of people who I met at work, people who I didn't know completely but had to make small talk conversation with so that I could actually go bypass the day and actually seem like a normal functioning human being, you know? So as I'm gonna say this again, I really encourage you, if you have like anxiety problems, is to get a job. Getting a job will be the most annoying thing, you know, because at the end of the day, you gotta wake up early and get to work. You'll make a bag out of it, so that's a good thing, and it also will help you be more comfortable in the uncomfortable situations that you're afraid of approaching in. Because, you know, it was a life-changing thing for me, and now I'm actually glad that I went through it. Now I work at an accounting firm, you know, as an intern, so I'm not gonna be working at that place again. But that one summer taught me so much things that I would willingly admit. Okay, so I literally just cut bread, restocked shelves, and cleaned. That's all I did. I barely worked the register because there would always be someone else, you know. And for example, if a person wanted something and I didn't know where it was, I would calmly tell them that I'm gonna go get a supervisor to tell me if we have this in stock, and then I would help them even more. Maybe have a conversation, tell them how their day was going, and it helped me more. And then, with that new form of confidence in myself, I would go into this new world of new different people who are around the same age of me, and I would be this new version of me who's confident. All because I did that one little sacrifice of getting a job and being put in uncomfortable situations over and over again, and that finally helped me grow. How corny is that, by the way? Oh my god! But it's a fact, you know. You just gotta be more exposed to uncomfortable situations because that is such a good way of putting it, you know. You're not gonna be if you're shy of talking to new people and you're always with the same people who you've always known, then of course you're gonna be shy and less confident when you're gonna talk to new people because you're not used to being in that situation. If you're more going to be exposed to such situations, then you're gonna be comfortable and you're gonna be confident. Confidence is equal to comfortability. How easy it is for you to actually like go on with the situation and handle it the best way you can. So that's it. I hope it made sense to you guys. If there's anything that needs clarified, just drop down a comment and I'll try and like give you the best version of it. Now for the you know regular ending of the video. How did I go with running? Okay, this was a pretty bad week, I'm gonna be honest. So I had a party, end of exams party, because we finished our exams, and yeah, kind of got a bit hungover, so I really couldn't feel like running. I had a car lesson and I still did it, but I just couldn't get in me to like run, bro. So I kind of didn't run at all. The next day, the next day after the hungover day, I just, you know, ran, but I was still with a pretty big headache, so I only ran 5. So, and it wasn't even in a crazy time. I think I did it in like 28 minutes. It wasn't a crazy time, but at least I said I ran, you know. And as I usually do a long run on the Sunday, every Sunday I usually do like a 17 kilometer. Yeah, I kind of like had some things planned with my friends to like go to this, to do like a kind of like, we book an apartment and just like spend a good time together, and just like sleeping over, cooking, going to the beach, you know. And it lasted, it started on Sunday, so then I couldn't run on Sunday. And then when I came back, gym, I did legs. First thing I did, doing legs, because like if I'm usually running on Friday and Sunday, then Wednesday I do legs. So by Wednesday till Friday, it will recover, you know. So I just went to the gym. So now I was recording. It is Thursday, so I did upper, and then tomorrow I'm gonna do another upper, and I'm gonna run as well. So, and I plan to do a 10. I'm only gonna bring a gummy with me because the gummies are nice. Honestly, that's kind of one of the only reasons why I'm like enjoying running, is to like look forward to eat like the orange flavored gummies, because oh my god, they're so tasty. And it actually like it gives me something to look forward to when I hit like the 5 kilometer mark. It's like, okay, 6K in, time to munch down on it, and I feel completely rejuvenated. Like, I didn't know how important carbs were when I started eating gummies, you know? It actually helps quite a lot. It like clears your mind and like makes your legs like feel less, you know, tense. But yeah, it was quite a good thing, and I'm enjoying running, and I look forward to running again tomorrow on Friday. But this is the end of the video, as we're on the base. It's gonna cut out. Hope you guys enjoyed, and thank you all for watching, and love life. Bye bye.